to Yoga with Carmen. I'm here to lead you today in, I don't know, about a 20-25 minute sequence. Grab your mat and let's get started. All right, so we're going to start on our backs, pulling the knees into the chest and just kind of rocking side to side, very slowly, very gently. And just kind of check out where you are today. Maybe start to circle the knees in one direction and then gently circle them the other way. We're going to plant the feet, letting the knees rest against each other. Take your left hand, place it on your heart. Take your right hand and place it on your belly and come to a place of stillness just for a brief, 3 to 5 breaths. And pull inward for a brief moment. Take in your surroundings. Pull in the energy around you. And allow yourself to set an intention for these next 20 minutes. Of either something that you want to receive or perhaps today there's something you want to release. So get in touch with that intention. Take a breath in and take a breath out. And notice how that intention settles in and aligns with the rhythm of your breath. Now on your next breath in, let's move the arms back, slide the legs forward, and stretch from the fingers all the way to the toes. Hug the knees in, give them a gentle pull, and let's take them to one direction. Move the arms, the head, in the opposite. Slowly bring the legs back in and then move them to the opposite direction, twisting the lower back, the waist. And then bring yourself up, coming to a tabletop position for cat and cow. Inhale for cow posture. Exhale, round the back for cat. Take that a few times, perhaps tucking the toes. I definitely like to wake up my feet when I practice. And start to deepen your breathing. Not letting that intention that you just set get too far away. Take a breath in and then take a breath out. On your next breath in, tuck the toes and then start to lift up to downward dog. All right, downward dog is one of those poses that immediately fires up and lets you know in the body where you're holding tension. So notice if it's in the legs, and if it is, you can sort of pedal them out. Or maybe it's in the shoulders and neck today. So just let the head hang nice and loose. Make sure that you're pressing your weight back off of your hands as much as your shoulders allow. Tip your tailbone all the way up towards the ceiling. See if you can ground your heels. It's okay to bend the knees slightly. This pose has to sort of bloom as the body begins to open. And let's walk the feet forward to the hands, to the front part of the mat. Notice that my knees are slightly bent. I'm letting my chest and belly rest on the lap, and I'm going to hug my hamstrings, letting my head come towards the shins. On your inhale, place your hands on the shin bones and lift up the shoulders. Pull the belly in, open the arms wide, rise all the way to the top. Take a deep breath, pull the hands to the chest, but let the top of the head, your crown, reach up towards the ceiling as the feet settle into the mat. As you breathe in, reach the arms up once again. Slightly bend the knees, bring the belly back to the lap, fold yourself down, and then plant your hands on either side of your feet. We're going to walk the feet back, this time coming to an upper push-up position, plank pose. So lower the hips so that they're even with the shoulders. Push away from the mat and pull the abdomen up towards the spine. On your exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows, and reach forward with the chest. Lifting up but keeping the back of the neck long. Come to baby cobra. On your exhale, rock your hips back, coming to child's pose. And take a breath in and out. Tucking the toes gently, lift up the hips. And we're going to come to a three-legged dog. So push that foot back. Press your head towards the toe on the mat. And on your exhale, bring that right knee in towards the right tricep. Plant the foot into the middle of your hands. Drop the knee to the floor. Lift up the chest and breathe out. Inhale, lift up the back knee, trying not to lift up through the hips. And exhale, release. One more time, lift up the back knee, lifting up the shoulders, but keeping the neck nice and soft. Exhale, release. This time, we're going to lift up the back knee, plant the left hand, and turn the body towards that right leg. Reach the right arm up and breathe. Inhaling here, take that right hand onto the hip, lower the back knee, and slide the front foot to the back so that it's in line with your shin. Reach the heart up towards the ceiling, lift the right hand up. On your next exhale, drop the hand, take both knees to the floor, tuck the toes under, and lift up to downward dog. Take a few moments here to sort of pedal it out, taking a few breaths, keeping that neck nice and loose. On your next breath in, take the left foot, reach it up. Pause here for a moment and breathe into that standing leg. On your next exhale, bring the left knee, bend it, and pull it towards that left tricep. Place the foot in between the hands. Gently drop the back knee to the mat and lift up through the shoulders. On your next breath in, push down with the front foot, lift the back knee, and slowly exhale, release it. Once again, lift up the back knee. Take a deep breath in. Imagine sending that breath all the way down into that back heel. Exhale, lower it down. On the next round, plant the right hand next to the left foot. Lift up the back knee. Bring the left hand to the hip bone as you're turning and twisting. Reach that left arm up. Breathing in, try to sink up out of that bottom shoulder. And on your exhale, release the hand to the hip and drop the back knee. We're going to slide that right foot back, lift up through the heart, and take a breath in. Side plank. If you want to add on, you can lift up that straight leg. We're going to lower it down, come again to tabletop position, tuck the toes under, lift up the hips, and pedal it out in your downward dog. So hopefully this pose is starting to open up, but that's why we pedal out the legs. If it feels better to you, and you can focus a little bit more on releasing, come to stillness in this pose. On your next breath in, look up and walk your feet to the front edge of your mat. Bring your arms behind your hamstrings and hug the belly in. Let the neck stay nice and loose. Inhale, lift up halfway. Pull the belly button up. Keep a gentle bend in the backs of the legs and then come to straight. Reaching the arms up, bring them back to the heart in Samastitihi. On your next breath in, we're going to dive back over the legs, exhaling as you fold with a slight bend. This time, plant the hands on either side of the feet. Walk or float the feet back to plank pose. Pause here for a breath and secure the pose. On your exhale, bend the elbows. Feel free to bend the knees. Inhale to baby cobra, or feel free to come all the way up to up dog. Dropping the hips back to the feet. Take a breath in child's pose. On your next breath in, tuck the toes under, lift up to downward dog, and reach the right leg up. On your exhale, bring that right knee into the right elbow, and then place the foot once again in between the hands. We're going to anchor back that left heel, turn the thumbs towards the sky, reach up to warrior one, and breathe. Drive that front knee forward. Keep the left heel pressing back and turn the toes so that they're facing your front foot. We're going to open the arms, placing them on the hips, but keep the collarbone nice and wide as you start to shift your weight onto that front leg with a slight bend. Lift up the back foot, balance. Feel your shoulder blades rising up towards the ceiling, almost like a cow posture. Maybe releasing the arms, bring the biceps right up by the ears for a little more intense posture. On your next breath in, take a deep breath and start to lower that left foot to the floor, touching with the toe, the ball of the foot, and then the heel. Take a breath in. On your exhale, meet me in tabletop position and take a few cat and cows. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to that intention. Preparing the body to receive or making a commitment to release whatever no longer serves you. On On your next breath in, tuck the toes under and meet me once again in downward dog. Left leg reaches up this time. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the knee, pull it forward. Let it land as far forward as you can. Keeping it bent, plant that back heel onto the floor. As you come up, pull the shoulders back, engage the abdominal wall. Press down with that front foot as if you're taking a big, wide step. Open the collarbone wide. Place the hands on the hips and zip up the belly so that you're using the abdominal wall as you start to come up to warrior three. Lifting that back leg up, maybe a little, maybe a lot. Keep the shoulders in line with the hips, but not lower. They can certainly be a little higher. Careful not to lock the standing leg to protect the back. And if you did so on the other side, reach the arms forward. See if you can keep them even with the head. On your next breath in, reach the foot back, the arms forward, and then gently lower that back toe, the ball of the foot, and then secure the heel onto the floor. Take a breath in. On the exhale, dive it forward. Come to cat and cow. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, round. Once again, inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Now we're going to sit the hips down. Keep the arms reaching forward. And take a few breaths in this child's pose. If you're finding it hard for the head to rest, feel free to take the hands under the forehead so that you can let the neck release. Maybe rock the head gently side to side. We're going to bring ourselves back to our back. Slide the legs down the mat. Reach the arms all the way back and take a breath in. Pulling the knees gently in. Feel your lower back nestle down into the mat. Rocking the knees from side to side. Take them over to one direction. Bring the arms the opposite way. Inhale here. And exhale. Bring them back to center. Feel your lower back. Nestle down into the mat. And then start to twist the other direction. Knees over. Arms reaching the opposite way. And then as you exhale, come back to your back. Once again, feel it grounding into the mat. And we're going to lower the toes and the heels to the floor. But I'm going to turn my heels slightly away so that my knees can rest one upon the other. Taking the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Close the eyes once again. Let's finish our practice in this still position. Maybe committing our intention for the rest of your day or the rest of your week. On your next exhale, bring yourself over to your side. Use the hands against the floor to push yourself up from this sideways position. and then come to a seated pose. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this quick but effective practice, and I look forward to having you on the mat again. Namaste.